Yes, Igbo people. The reason why Igbo people want to associate with Ikwere, they are crying for Ikwere to associate with them because of the wet, the oil. Because in River State, you are not lacking anything. Why Igbo people always travel? Because you don't have the anything in their place. They go outside. They can go any country you go. You do not see the Igbo man. Please run away. Ikwere man, the Rivers man is not ready to travel because we have everything. Igbo people don't have any. Don't have bush to farm. They don't have anything. So their own way of succeeding is to go out of their place. You go there, you see mansions they build. Nobody's living there. Sun doesn't come. Cars are covered everywhere. They don't have anything.
In the language.
People love you so much. They love you to be part
They
of
don't love us. They want something. They need something from us. That is, they have been looking for this thing since 1933. Since 1933, that they have been looking for it. You understand? They don't love us.
Good evening, viewers. This is BVI Channel 1. I still remain Asuzu Chinedu Peters, your advocate for good governance. Today on Matters Arising, we're going to be looking at the Ikwere identity crisis. You have heard so much about Ikwere people who are denying their identity, with so many reasons attached to it, which includes them immigrating from Benin and the rest of them. Today you will be hearing the most foolish aspect of their reason of denying their own identity. I want you to take a look at this. When we come back, I would like any Ikwere man who is watching this video to come and speak for themselves. Because even the Ohaneze president as elected by the governors of the Southeast have come out to say he can never deny his identity as an Ikwere man. All right, let us take a look at this video very shortly. And when we come back, we'll fling the lines open for you to call and have your submission on this issue. I'll be right back. Don't go away.
Yes, Igbo people. The reason why Igbo people want to associate with Ikwere, they are crying for Ikwere to associate with them because of the wet, the oil. Because in River State, you are not lacking anything. If you come for River State,
the soil is good.
Everything, whatever you need in River State, you have it. Is it food? Is it yam? Whatever. Our own is quite different from others.
But they said you people don't have more millionaires than the
Oh, you don't understand. We don't travel because why Igbo people always travel because we don't have anything in their place. They go outside. They can go any country you go. You do not see the Igbo man. Please run away. Ikwere man, the Rivers man is not ready to travel because we have everything. You can go, river area people can go to river. By the time you kill 3, 4, 5 fish, you don't eat. You can train your children for school. Even people don't have any, don't have bush to farm. They don't have anything. So their own way of succeeding is to go out of their place. You go there, you see mansions they build. Nobody's living there. Sun doesn't come. Cars are covered everywhere. They don't have anything. So you don't blame them. Why are they? Any place in this world, wherever you go.
In the language.
People love you so much. They love you to be part
They
of
don't love us. They want something. They need something from us. That is, they have been looking for this thing since 1933. Since 1933, that they have been looking for it. You understand? They don't love us.
You're welcome back again. You've heard that from this man, and I know a lot of people are already boiling in their heart. What is all this nonsense? To be honest with you, it's unheard of, especially when it comes from an elderly man per se, because we believe that they say gray hairs comes with wisdom and experience. What wisdom could this one be passing to the next generation? Looking at him, dressed up, even in red cap as a chief in Igbo land, and gushing out gibberish. It's not far from the truth. that this man is just one of those who are under the payroll of Mwike and other politicians who are being sponsored to destabilize Igbo land, especially now that the River State has taken the center stage in the affairs of Ohanes and Igbo. In every way you wish to look at it, from all the three factions of Ohanes and Igbo are all occupied by Ikwere people. The one of Azo Kambata, the one elected or selected by the governors, the one faction that is led by Uche Okuku, comrade I would choose to be calling him, and the one led by the other guy also from Ikwere land. And at this time, this is when this kind of people are coming forward to deceive only themselves, because I believe that this is the kind of story he'll be telling his children. This is how they transfer the lies of Gowon, the lies that emanated after the war, the lies that they believe will keep them safe in Nigeria, that will make them enjoy the benefit of Nigeria if they can deny their Igbo identity. The lines are already open. If you call in, let us have your opinion as to what this man said. You heard him? I'll keep replaying it on this series tonight. I'll keep replaying that video for everyone to listen to it, in case those of you who just joined or rejoined or didn't hear him well. I want you to listen to him again and understand how I don't want to use a very vulgar language, but completely daft of information gushed out by this man. So we will address all that when your calls start coming. I don't need to say too much because we've said a lot already. Listen to him again. I'll be right back. Sorry about that. There was a mix-up. We hope to get it right back again. There is a mix-up. We are going to get it right back again. All right? All right. Let's take a look at it.
Are crying for Ikwere to associate with them because of the wax, the oil. Because in River State, you are not lacking anything. If you come for River State,
The soil is good.
everything, whatever you need in River State, you have it. You see food, you see yam, whatever. Our own is quite different from others.
But they said you people don't have more millionaires than the Igbo.
Oh, you don't understand. We don't travel. Because why Igbo people always travel? Because we don't have anything in their place. They go outside, they can go any country you go, you do not see the Igbo man. Please run away. Ikwere man, the Rivers man is not ready to travel because we have everything. You can go, river area people can go to river. By the time you kill 3, 4, 5 fish, you don't eat. You can train your children for school. If people don't have any, don't have bush to farm, they don't have anything. So their own way of succeeding is to go out of their place. You go there, you see mansions they build. Nobody's living there. Sun doesn't come. Grass have covered everywhere. They don't have anything. So you don't blame them. Why are they? Any place in this world, wherever you go,
in the language,
People love you so much. They love you to be part
they
of
don't love us. They want something. They need something from us. That is, they have been looking for this thing since 1933. Since 1933, that they have been looking for it. You understand? They don't love us.
You've heard it again. So let us quickly get on to the comment section and review some of the opinions people are dropping with respect to this very issue. Okay? All right. Don't forget the numbers to call is +234 810 533. While we wait for you to call in, we're also going to be taking a dive into your opinions and take it from there. Okay, so From the comment section, we already have Desmond Nonso, who said these guys not educated, the ones that knows are already far. Ndi by Wike and Fulani. I just said this exactly this, that these guys are under the payroll of Wike, who as a governor denies his identity. While anyway, let me not just say too much. Chimeze Frederick said, but Imo and Abia and Anambra have gas and oil. Now, my brother, Jukwanumo, ask these people. The man that is saying that it is because of the oil River State has, tell me how life in River State is far better than that of those in the East, especially in the areas they call this Ikwere land. Tell me one thing that is in River State that is not found in abundance in the East. Even much more. You can only pride yourself, as they call the Ikwere land or the River State generally and the rest of them. The oil, right? And the gas deposit. There is, in fact, the first place Nigerian oil discovery was in Imo State at Oguta. That was the first settlement of Shell. That is where the operation started. Shell. So will you say that Ndi Igbo do not have in abundance? Talking about Ndi Igbo, talking about the southeast, the 5 states in the southeast. Okay? So we're not just talking about Ndi Igbo because Igbo transcend beyond that 5 states. Now let us put it on this 5 states. In Imo State, they get oil. They are even part of Niger Delta. Other states, they get oil. They are even part of Niger Delta. Anambra State was made part of Niger Delta because they get oil, nyafu nyafu, unexplored. In these states, in Anambra particularly, have the highest deposit of natural gas. And if you go to Enugu, they have coal and other solid minerals I don't want to be mentioning here. Are we talking about Ebonyi State? Ebonyi State had quantum of natural resources. Are we talking about cement and other solid minerals? I don't want to mention it here for particular purpose. Now, in all of this, Ndi Igbo do not depend in any of it because it have no value to add to their lives. Because even those that these people, these areas that has this oil exploration, go and check it. Go and check those places and see how backward they have been. These oil explored communities, how their communities are decimated. Despite having all the exploration in their communities, tell me what value it has added to their lives. An average southeastern as we have today from the 5 states who stood their ground despite the subjugation and marginalization of Nigerian state against these 5 states, whereas others chose to deny their identity. But today we've seen majority of these Igbo communities or speaking communities outside the 5 states coming into the fold in recent time, identifying proudly where they truly belong. Today, Ohanes, the president, as we have from all the factions, are from Ikwere land. And somebody is spewing this gibberish, claiming that Ndi Igbo needs their oil. Tell me which oil they have, the resources they have.
Yes,
that
Igbo people.
do not
The
have.
reason why Igbo people want to associate with Ikwere that cry
Southeast
for Ikwere to associate
states.
with them because of the works.
Ikwere, as
The
we have it
oil.
today, I am not
Because
going to be
in Rivers
the
State,
one to force your identity
you are
upon
not
you.
lacking anything.
If you
If
like,
you go for
believe.
Rivers
If you
State,
like, no believe.
everything.
We'll continue
Whatever you need in River State,
playing it out.
You see food.
I want an Ikwere man to come and dispute this, or come and speak out on behalf of their people, except this man is speaking on their own words or on behalf of the entire Ikwere people. But I'm sure when I spoke with somebody like Uche Okuku, who had bled and carried the scars of agitation for the emancipation of Igbos and even Biafrans generally from Nigerian impunity, wickedness, subjugation, and marginalization. He's an Ikwere man. But when we hear something like this gushed out from the mouth of people like this, it gives us great concern. A man like this at his age, you can imagine the kind of virus this man is transferring into his children. I will continue playing it. I will continue playing it. Let us take a look at another commentary coming in here. Don't forget that this program is live. If you want to join in this conversation, call the number on the screen, and I'm not going to stay too long. Okay? If we have people calling, then we take your calls and also continue in this conversation. If calls didn't come in, there is nothing much I can say because there is no need beating around the bush or flogging a dead horse. There is nothing you can tell a brainwashed lunatic to believe his identity, especially when he's having a piecemeal from some kind of political class like Nwike. I'll continue calling him out because he is one figure that has come out to deny his identity as an Ikwere man to be an Igbo man. So from Susan Chinwe, he said, this man said they have everything. Please, I would like to ask, what do they produce other than selling their land to Igbos? I live in Port Harcourt. I don't see Ikwere people having better life. This one is coming from Susan, living in Port Harcourt. Go, Ikwere land. All the lands, despite the constitution, after the war, they took over their brothers' properties who are from the eastern part of Nigeria, I mean the southeastern part of Nigeria. After they have denied their identity, even changed their names, add some commands to it to answer funny names in the name of their name. Today, they are selling those properties they confiscated as abandoned property. Because these guys, they are behaving, you know, when you are cursed, when you are living under the curse or spell of your enemies, to the point that you have to deny your identity, that is the worst thing that can happen to any man, or race, or a people. And that is what is happening to Ikwere people, majority of them, who are still living under this spell. I call it Gowan virus. That is what I call it, Gowan virus. Who sold them the lie that if you believe you are not, if you believe you are Igbo, you will be exterminated alongside other Igbos. And they quickly rejected and denied their identity as Igbos. Since after the war till today, have their lives been better than Igbos who have stood their ground and emancipated themselves from the subjugation of Nigeria? Tell me, apart from Port Harcourt, which even the Igbos from the east, southeast as we have today, have they not come to occupy the entire Port Harcourt, that's Ikwere land, and buying all the properties there? Whereas the people that call themselves Ikwere are living as tenants in their own land. Tomorrow they will start behaving like Lagos, trying to reclaim the land they have already sold. Look at the man who is talking about what they could do for themselves. Fishing, farming, peasant one for that matter. In the polluted water, polluted the farmland. I want somebody to remind this man that in the coming years, as the world evolves and this climate change continues, sea levels are increasing. Very soon that place he calls Ikwere land will be under the sea, It will be, the sea level will be above it. then we will come back to it again. But we don't pray so. We just hope that the ancestors of our homeland, even those of Ikwere land who bled and died to defend our homeland during the worst time of history in our lives as Igbos in Nigeria, during the Biafran Genocide War, their spirits will continue to appease the land and forgive the mentality of this kind of daft elements who have been bought over and eating their birthright with the porridge being sold to them by politicians. I'll continue taking your commentaries as it pours in. I don't have too much to say. If you have your commentaries, drop it. We will take it as it goes. If you don't, we'll back up and come back again tomorrow. But let it be known that Ikwere people today have denied their identity as Igbo, a particular man actually, and some of them holds there this very opinion. And that is why we continue to expatiate on this, because this is how they continue to transfer this virus to the generations upon generations to come. And with this kind of mentality, my people in Ikwere land, our Ikwere brothers will never have it better than they already have today. We know that Ikwere people are wonderful people. We cannot deny them. We understand the effect of the war, but the war is far gone. Anyone that is living under that spell is I would say self-inflicted, and also a transferred virus from parents to children, because that is what we are witnessing here. Seeing adults in this current disposition, in this current Nigeria, still saying that Igbo from the southeast are begging for their identity. How? What value would they add? Because they don't even behave like Igbos, they are brothers. They don't. And that's why they think that they are not Igbos actually. Because when they look at an average Igbo man, the way Osi Abambo, the way he goes out, even this one said it, that the Igbos used to go out and make a lot of money for themselves, come back home. But there is one thing he made mention of, which I will highlight after I replay what he just said, for the benefit of those who are just joining us on this program. This Okongwe na weba Jonia Welako. Let us take a look at that video once again, and I'll be right back again. Don't go away. Please stay tuned.
The reason why Igbo people want to associate with Ikwere, they are crying for Ikwere to associate with them because of the wax, the oil. Because in River State, you are not lacking anything. If you come for River State,
the soil is good.
Everything, whatever you need in River State, you have it. Is it food? Is it yam? Whatever. Our own is quite different from others.
But they said you people don't have more millionaires than you.
Oh, you don't understand. We don't travel, because why Igbo people always travel is because we don't have anything in their place. They go outside. They can go any country you go. You do not see the Igbo man. Please run away. Ikwere man, Rivers man is not ready to travel because we have everything. You can go, river area people can go to river. By the time you kill 3, 4, 5 fish, you don't eat. You can train your children for school. Even people don't have any, don't have bush to farm. They don't have anything. So their own way of succeeding is to go out of their place. You go there, you see mansions they build. Nobody's living there. Sun doesn't come. Grass have covered everywhere. They don't have anything. So you don't blame them. Why are they? Any place in this world, wherever you go,
in the language,
people love you so much. They love you to be part.
They don't love us. They want something. They need something from us. That is, they have been looking for this thing since 1933. Since 1933, that they have been looking for it. You understand? They don't love us.
If you're joining us, this is still BVI Channel 1 and we are on Matters Horizon. We are talking about the identity crisis of our brothers, the Ikwere people, and whose fault. Looking at what the man said, we'll come to whose fault it is. But let us address one aspect of what he is saying, talking about Ndi Igbo going out, making a lot of money for themselves, come back home, build mansions, and leave those mansions empty. That one is a cause for concern. Although I know there is no Igbo man that wouldn't want to touch back home and build his palatial house back home. Because definitely and ultimately, after all said and done, he will retire back home, whether dead or alive. That is where he is buried. He wouldn't want to be buried in the bush. He will always want to be buried in a dignified environment and in a dignified way. That is why an Igbo man, Gabambo, hustle, make money, go back to his home and build something better. Now, that is a cause for concern. I'm not against those who are building big mansions and structures back home. I will also want to admonish them that when we are doing that, let us together as a people, because there is no community in Igbo land, especially the southeast, as we have today, that do not have billionaires. There is no community that you cannot find a billionaire in. Multi-billionaires, not one, not two, not three, in their different categories that can come together, put some resources together, and transform their communities into an El Dorado, into an environment they will always wish to come back at any time. And also, more importantly, it's very critical that Ndi Igbo must consider, we must definitely consider our position and also how important it is for us to have a peaceful environment where we can thrive. Anytime we come back home, we have a place we can call home, a place of peace. That is why Good Governance Ministry will continue to advocate for good governance in our homeland, Akuluono mindset, and pushing for developmental strides in our homeland is extremely important to us. So, what this man said about his denial of his identity as an Igbo man, we must highlight some issues which he raised, which is abandoning mansions for Ikwere. That one, Banyagwa. But the truth of the matter is that the reason why it happens is still valid. Okay? Kaibambo. Kaina allow mansions back home. Can you locate those who are struggling to meet up? So that we will reduce restiveness. Because Ibokuloko say, so putting some structures, some facilities in place, no matter how small it is, that will enable lives to thrive in our communities. Make people who live there have a feel of good life. Either through schools, quality schools, either through hospitals, quality hospitals, either through recreation and environmental upgrade, through your philanthropic gestures, even setting up vocational centers to equip young people with quality skills and modern skills that will enable them to thrive. All of this will help to make our homeland a better place. Okay? While we continue to look at these people who are denying their identity, let us once more take more commentaries as it comes in. This one is from Samuel Anayochukwu, who said, please, what do you people call themselves, Rivers people, who have that Igbo, he said, what have that Igbo don't have more than they want? Anyway, Imago type in error or the Igbo. But I think he's trying to say that what do the people in River State have that the Igbos outside the River State don't have much more? I think that's exactly what he wants to say there. And that is the truth. That is the truth. I wonder what these guys thought about themselves. I wonder. I wonder what they feel about themselves. But let us dive into it. Whose fault, actually? Whose fault is it? Whose fault is this, my people? I would like to understand. Will you say it is the fault of the young generation or the fault of their elders? Even this one, I don't know if he was born before or after the war or during the war. But looking at his age, I think he should be born towards the end of the war. And growing up, their parents, just as much as he will be saying to his own children today, that Igbos want this from them, Igbos want that from them. Because that is the narrative he will be selling to his children, as much as his own parents sold to him. These are the kind of people that have sold all the abandoned properties they have accumulated during the war. And yet they are seeing the people thriving much more than them. You can see frustration written over his face. But that is not the story of all Ikwere people. I'm yet to get an Ikwere man to come forward, either through call or through comments, to tell us his opinion about this. Because now from J Nation said, may God help all of us, Igbos, to understand we are one and stronger together. What is it that they have, self? That is from J Nation. We are just reading the commentaries as it comes in. Thank you for calling in. Thank you for joining in and dropping your comments. Okay, the discussion will continue even after this submission. I want to know, what do they have that other Igbo states doesn't have? And remember, Hakajos or Bachanya River State, they are not part of the entire River State. I mean the Igbos in River State. Compared to Igbos who occupy their entire states. When we talk about mineral resources, the deposit of mineral resources, we have much more in the southeast than in the Niger Delta. Check it. There is nothing you can find in River State that you cannot find in the southeast. But there are things, many things that you can find in the southeast that you can never see anywhere near River State. But even in that case, Ndi Igbo do not even depend on it. Ndi Igbo na agbalu onwe fa mbọ. They have never depended on government giveaways, government patronage to train their children in school, to take care of their responsibilities, to rebuild their economy, despite the fact it was decimated during the genocide war. We understand that this whole thing started after the genocide war, but must they continue to live in that lie? Must they continue to dwell in the lie of Gowan and his people? The Gowan virus, as I used to call it. It's very unfortunate. Terribly unfortunate. I never believed that at this time and age, somebody like this will be gushing out this gibberish. Well, I'm going to navigate to our Facebook to see some of the commentaries there too. I'd like to see some of the commentaries there, to see what some people got to say. Don't forget, if you want to call, there is no problem. You can call the numbers on the screen right here. +234 810 4545 533. Look at the number here. You can call it and let's have your opinion on this. Okay? So, we appreciate all those who are watching from Facebook. We are streaming on our Facebook. We are streaming on our Instagram. You can follow us there too. Okay? We are also streaming on our backup YouTube channel. That is BVI channel 1+. Okay. We have Celestine Chidi Mado, Odo Austin. We have every one of you who are watching. Thank you for joining. We have Stanley Gabriel, who said the man must be a foolish man to say that don't have anything for in community which people that greater than Igbo people. But nevertheless, we understand what he's trying to say. There is nothing that these guys have that is greater than what the Igbos from the southeast have, if I'm not mistaken. Then you have CJ Austin, who said, if Ikwere is not Igbo, then which tribe do they belong to? Me, I understand that the Ikwere people denied being Igbos because of the civil war in Nigeria. Then, for them to be saved, till today, some of them still relies on those lies. And that is true. That is from CJ Austin. His submission is accurate. If you call, we'll take your calls. And if you drop your comment, we will read it out as we are doing right now. The lines are open. The numbers to call is +2348104545533 if you want to be part of this submission, this program, because it's very crucial, especially at this time where we are redefining and advocating for the unity of Igbo, especially now that an Ikwere man or Ikwere men are presidents of Ohanese and Igbos. You know, they now have presidents of Ohanese and Igbos. So, I think we have the first caller calling in. Hello, good evening. Yeah, good evening to you. Your name and where you are calling from, then make your submission. All right, Nkiruka, go ahead with your submission. What do you want to say?
Ikwere is number one. It's an Ikwere. But these peoples, they want to continue with that ideology. British people still deceiving them. Ikwere is an Igbo. And for them to be saved, they have to join their brothers. We are one. I want the British to be one. Where you are, all the Ikwere, Chacha, there is no reach out. My continent, Jerunoka. Assisi when it open, and Anakolo Buena. They were that. The only thing that will save them is only to join Igbo people. Ikwere is a typical Igbo. When you go to Ikwere self, most of them answer Igbo names. They are Igbo, pure Igbo. Why should they continue believing British people? Liars, deceivers. Understand me? So Ikwere people, how will I can I join our hands together to fight for this common good? Our freedom, thank God here at Trump. Mandi Team Hope philosophy. We have to join. You cannot divide and rule in the channel. So that is my take. Continue pushing. Continue educating people. Educating our people. Okay, bye-bye.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much for your submission. That is from Kiru calling from Paul. The lines are still open. If you want to make your submission, you are free. And while we take your comments, when we are done with the comments and no calls coming in, we call it a day and I pack you off for tomorrow. All right. So now we are still on the comment section from our Facebook page. And we also acknowledge everyone who are watching. Iziokoli, Onyeka Chukwu Abodike, Levi Ogo, Patrick Akude, we appreciate every one of you. Spendo Matthew, he said the Igbo is greater than what they think it is. Well, that is from Spendo. All right, we have Iziokoli, he said, Mazi, great work. Continue with your education to our people. The house divided is enemy to itself. I agree with you, my brother Izokoli, for that submission. We appreciate Obiano Anom Amadi. Obianyo Anu Amadi, thank you for watching. Moses Chi, we appreciate you. Spendo also continued in his submission that we love our Ikwere brothers and the truth must stand. We all know that some parts of the South and some parts of Benue still have some Igbo communities, of course. Not just some parts, many parts. I think all parts of the South have some element of Igbo community in their states. In Delta State, in Rivers State, Bayelsa State, Akwa Ibom State, even Cross River State, Benue State, Kogi State, Edo State. All of these states have element of Igbo communities in these states. Okay, so when we are preaching for the unity of Ndi Igbo, it is for the good of the entire Igbo people. Nobody should be left behind. Makadi Igbo say, but when we are trying to show this love to our brothers, do they really extend this hand? We want to hear from our brothers from Ikwere land. We will be very happy if we do. Even if it's one person before we end the program, it will be very, very much appreciated. Let them not tell me that no Ikwere man is watching this program. Or perhaps when any one of them comes in contact with this program, let them drop it at the comment section, because we'll continue this conversation through the comment section even after this program is gone. But for the benefit of those who are just joining us, let us go back again and replay this very video. It is very, very important. We do. I'll be right back. Don't go away.
For Ikwere to associate with them because of the wax, the oil. Because in River State, you are not lacking anything. If you come for River State,
The soil is good.
everything, whatever you need in River State, you have it. Is it food? Is it yam? Whatever. Our own is quite different from others.
But they said you people don't have more millionaires than the
Oh, you don't understand. We don't travel. Because why Igbo people always travel is because we don't have anything in their place. They go outside, they can go any country you go, you do not see the Igbo man. Please run away. Ikwere man, the Rivers man is not ready to travel.
Okay, we just have to cut short this video so that we take this caller. Hello, good evening. Your name and where you're calling us from, please. Sorry, your name is Maziwu. I'm calling from where? Okay, go ahead. Tell us your own submission with respect to what we're talking about, please.
Okay, the truth is that I don't know people are good because our people are waking up. Despite the fact that very few probably have their political interests that they are about the people who do it. But I hate to change that. The emergency of Senator Mbata, they may go some of these things. And a whole lot of our brothers, and the upper and all the rest of them are online. That is each message, including yourself. Always very good. All the family people. Yes, although something like they change in the day. And yeah, we need to take it easy on them. Like I listened to each of them some time ago. He was talking about somebody there more knowledge might be saying things out of ignorance. So we still need to teach them more, because I believe now many of them will still realize that they are making a very big mistake. I know for them now, okay, something I intended to gather. Now, Papa, and look how Maruna, they are Igbos. Even though the majority of them are realized that how much. You can't deny that. That Nahana secret dialect does not make them a different ethnic nationality from our dialect. Even Anambra, Anambra, Can you week very much our goal? So I'm encouraging everybody, including yourself, can for more.
Thank you very much for calling. Thank you so much for that, your submission. We really appreciate that. All right, that is our brother called in. We are still expecting more of your calls, and we hope that we have one person calling as an Ikwere man. We want to hear from them. Like this whole issue revolves around them. They are our brothers. As you can see, the love is there. While they see this love being poured on them, some of these people who are ill-informed, clinching on the lies of the past, being transferred to them from their parents. Because looking at some of these people, both old and young, saying that they are not Igbos, it doesn't make sense. And from this man whom you are looking at on the screen, you will find out that the man is either very young when the war was on, and he must have been educated or been misinformed. Let me just use that word, by his parents, that Igbo are their problem. I wonder what the problem is. They'll say they want something from them. Is it the polluted waters that Igbo wants to get from Ikwere man? Tell me what the Igbos need and Ikwere, anything from Ikwere particularly. I mean, when I say Igbos, they are brothers from the southeast of Nigeria contemporary states today. Because we are all Igbos. Ikwere, even the name is Igbo name. And yet they say they are from Benin. Benin, you are not answering Benin name. You don't have any Benin culture. You have 4 market days. You even wear chieftaincy title on top of your head. These people self, they are mumuna factory fitted. I tell you, the mumu of this kind one. And the worst is, when you see an old man that is foolish, you understand that even foolish people get old. Not every man will carry gray hair has that wisdom attached to it. Because I believe that this man have lived long enough to understand the lies, even if it was told by his aged parents. He would have understood that lie. But no, you see him still gushing it out like nothing else. Let us quickly take another caller. Hello, good evening. This is BVI Channel 1. You are live on Matters Horizon. Please tell us your name and where you are calling us from. And be audible, please.
Thank you. My name is Kingsley. I'm calling from USA. Right. I joined late. So, the man that is talking, he doesn't understand what he is saying, and he doesn't understand history. The largest deposit of gas reserve is presently in Imo State. The largest deposit of gas in Africa is in Imo State. Anambra Oil Basin, comprising of Anambra, Apia, Imo, and Neoma area of Delta State, and Edo State has the largest deposit of gas in Africa. So he is acting on ignorance, thinking that the hinterland Igbos are talking about their oil. Oil is no longer a moving commodity. In the nearest future, nobody will be coming for oil. People will be going for gas. Number 2, though I didn't hear him say this, most people are always deceived that the hinterland Igbo is landlocked. It's not true. These days, you don't need a very big ocean to have a sea line. The latest seaport that was developed doesn't even need very big ocean. If Niger can be dredged and to be accommodating sea, ships. Assuming in Abia State has a line that will be taking up any kind of ship. There are so many routes for hinterland people to access to ocean. But what is affecting most of the people now is people are not conversant with information. It's not everybody that troubles or associates with the outer world to now know that the world has left us behind. The things that we know 10 years ago is no longer moving now. So let's ignore what the man is saying. I can tell you, I am the one telling you, the richest region in the whole of Nigeria in the next 20 years will be Southeast. Take it to the bank. Forget what he's saying. I was the one that called you before. I think last time you had a program telling you about Uchobuku, that that is not what we are discussing about NEC fixing the area where they will do election and not the other one. You can notice that what I told you was the truth. Because when they did Abia State election, it was not done in Abia State, it was done in Owerri. When they did Anambra election, it was not done in Anambra, it was done in Enugu. When they did, so I know all these things. But the problem with people is they don't have information and they talk. Even when Ambassador Raf Wuche was the president, it was not done in Asaba, it was done in Enugu. So it is always the neck and UOB that determines where Ohanese will do their election. It's not because of the state that is producing the teaching. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you so much for your submission. We appreciate you for joining the program. All right, that is it from our brother. We hope that more of them will come forward. We are still waiting for our brothers from Ikwere land. N'okwu nke akalekwo okwu nke akalekwala akale okwu nke akpụkọ ose n'ọnụ. We don't want to waste too much time. We want our brothers to come and answer for themselves if this man is speaking on their behalf. Because recently I had the Ohanese president, one of the Ohanese president. I will continue saying that because Ohanese have almost 3 presidents today. And every one of them is from Ikwere land. What a wonderful time to live. And yet, somebody like this is saying that Ikwere is not Igbo. Well, I leave it up to them to come and zalo on over. All right? The numbers to call remain +2348104545533. And we are streaming from our social media platforms on Facebook. If you are yet not following us on Facebook, please do follow us on Facebook. Or the very important. And other social media platforms like X platform, former Twitter, Instagram. We are streaming on Instagram today. If you're on Instagram, why don't just give us that follow to encourage our spread of this message? We also want to delve into TikTok. Their time there with something that doesn't add value. Video educate better with some of the things from here. But we need your followership to enable us take that message to that platform. Okay, so you can search BVI Channel 1 in all of those platforms and follow us there. It's very important to us, please. You can also spread it and share the link to other people. Even on WhatsApp, if you're getting the message on WhatsApp, you can see our follow button. Follow us on WhatsApp so that you don't miss anything we are dropping. Because this world is dynamic. As I'm talking to you, sometimes they will shade you from seeing our update. I've seen people who say, oh, I've not been seeing your post, but we're posting every day. Maybe you have been waiting for it on the Facebook. You don't know whether they have shadow banned us there or shadow banned us on YouTube and the rest of them. In order to be getting updates, make sure you follow us in all our social media platforms, especially on WhatsApp, because there is no day we don't drop information there, so you don't miss anything. We are here to educate the people because information is power. And any man without information is powerless. Just like these, our brothers, both old and young, who are still yet to find their foot about their identity. We are going to take again their position. Then we will start wrapping it up for tonight. Because when I come back, I'll go through some of the commentaries that just dropped in. Then we call it a day if we don't have more calls coming in. Okay, let us quickly get to that again for the benefit of those that just joined us. And for those who have heard it before, hear it again. I'll be right back.
Yes, Igbo people. The reason why Igbo people want to associate with Ikwere, they are crying for Ikwere to associate with them because of the works, the oil. Because in River State, you are not lacking anything. If you come for River State,
The soil is good.
everything, whatever you need in River State, you have it. Is it food? Is it yam? Whatever. Our own is quite different from others.
But they said you people don't have more millionaires than the Igbo.
Oh, you don't understand. We don't travel because why Igbo people always travel is because we don't have anything in their place. They go outside. They can go any country you go. You do not see the Igbo man. Please run away. Ikwere man, the rivers man is not ready to travel because we have everything. You can go, river area people can go to river. By the time you kill 3, 4, 5 fish, you don't eat. You can train your children for school. If people don't have any, don't have bush to farm. They don't have anything. So their own way of succeeding is to go out of their place. You go there, you see mansions they build. Nobody's living there. Sun doesn't come. Grass have covered everywhere. They don't have anything. So you don't blame them. Why are they? Any place in this world, wherever you go,
in the language.
People love you so much. They love you to be part
They
of
don't love us. They want something. They need something from us. That is, they have been looking for this thing since 1933. Since 1933, that they have been looking for it. You understand? They don't love us.
We are still here live and direct on Matters Horizon, and we have long spent our time. To be honest with you, we hope that many of you have heard from what we have all said so far today with respect to our brothers from Ikwere land. All right, let me quickly go through some of the commentaries, then we call it a day for tonight. For those of you who are joined us, we appreciate every one of you, and we hope that you continue joining us on our live sections like this. Okay, Umek Ifitek said, he said they have oil, fish, and land that Igbo people are after their oil. Or the Wegu. We also had that. Big Joe Jukes TV said, what is so special about the Ikwere people? What is so special about the Ikwere people? So that's just the question we've got from there. Okay. He also went further to say that they have sold their tribe to nothing. I pity them. Uche Christie said, well, I don't see anything to discuss on the Ikweres. Poor mentality is evil. But nevertheless, they remain the most lazy state in Nigeria. Today, as far as I'm concerned, they need to work on themselves. Wonderful advice from Uche Christie. Uche. I call Uche. Lewis Academa said, please, maybe I didn't see very well. Can someone tell me whether the man look like a person who is feeding very well? To answer this question. J Nation said, not most of them, all of them has Igbo name. I can beat my chest for that. Thank you, Endino TV. We appreciate you for joining. Leo's Academy said in the eri na onwe di veli for Elicha lacha me fele ni see this one. Yeah? So we are also going further with some of the commentaries here. Leonard Alozie said, if Igbos didn't give Ikwere people chance, they will criticize us. Now we have recognized them. They are shouting. Well, nobody is recognizing anybody as far as I'm concerned. If you deny your identity, that is your business. Who get time to recognize who? You went further to say, if Igbos didn't give, okay, I think he made that comment twice. All right. Now, we have Umako Ifite said, I don't see them as anything. My brother, you have to see them as something. They are still our brothers. They are still humans. There are many of them who are much more Igbos than even the ones you call Igbos today. I'm telling you honestly speaking. Yos Academy said the Bible said that if a foolish man is a feast in a feast stays quiet, he will be counted as wise. The Bible said that if a foolish man in a feast stays quiet, he will be counted as a wise man. But if he open his mouth, ebenebe ebue. I am commenting from Canada. Thank you, Louis. And J Nation said, Ikwere identifying as Igbos, how do it add to the life of an average Igbo man? Ikwere Igbo or not, we will still thrive. And that is where we are wrapping it up. Thank you for watching. We appreciate every one of you that have followed us on this program tonight. Join us again tomorrow on Matters Arising this evening. As we had it this evening, we'll be having it again subsequently. Please continue to follow, continue to like, continue to share. We'll continue bringing it to you as it is. I still remain your one and only, your advocate for good governance, Asus General Peters, saying may God bless every one of you, especially those of Igbo people who acknowledge their Igbo-ness. May the blessings of the land continue to dwell upon you. And may Nigeria never happen to you. If you say amen to this prayer, I beg hit on the share button and like this program. I'm signing out from here. Stay blessed. Bye-bye for now.
Yes, Igbo people, the reason why Igbo people want to associate to Ikwere, they are crying for Ikwere to associate to them because of the wax, the oil. Because in River State, you are not lacking anything. Why Igbo people always travel? Because you don't have the anything in their place. They go as they can go any country you go. You do not see the Igbo man. Please run away. Ikwere man, the Rivers man is not ready to travel because we have everything. Igbo people don't have any. They don't have wish to farm. They don't have anything. So their own way of succeeding is to go out of their place. You go there, you see mansions they build. Nobody's living there. Sun doesn't come. Cars have covered everywhere. They don't have anything.
In the language.
People love you so much. They love you to be part
They
of.
don't love us. They want something. They need something from us. That is, they have been looking for this thing since 1933. Since 1933, that they have been looking for it. You understand? They don't love us.